Good morning, everyone. So, today I would like to start with my experience in UKG interview question for the Frontend Developer. So, in 2025, I show you the profile show before starting the video. So, in the UKG, I recruit for the lead position. So, they basically they took two round of the interview. So uh, it will take a time for a start. So actually they two round of interview. The very first round is the hackerang. They like send you the test link. So they ask me the these two question. So I show you the mail of hackerang, right? So this is for the UI full stack developer, Noida location, lead position, need engineer, right? So you can see the .com also, and this, right? So that is a genuine question, I tell you. So you can see the very first question in the hacker rank. They give output like this, right? And you need to print total, what was that, weight sum of the nested list with the depth multiplier, right? Let's say uh, you need to like into your nested list, right, into one, right? And what was the four position, and in the nested of 2 8, right? 6 nested of 3 8, right? So total sum of the 27. So you need to print on out that, right? So this is very interesting question, but little tricky also, right? So I explain you and write the function for that. So first of all, we need to open the compiler, JavaScript compiler. So you need to make a you first of all you need to make a function of depth sum, right? So let's say I make a function, and for the initial depth you need to give depth is equal to 1, and after, and initialize sum of let sum is equal to 0. In next line, for let item of, let's say uh, we can take output. Let's say next nested list means this one, right? We need to take, so later I can take nested list. First check if it is array dot is array item. So return def sum, pass them item. So in the one label we need to like troubles. So for one, right, depth one, because initially we take one, right? If there is depth two, so you need to pass it here too. So we need only the depth one, right? Else pass sum plus equal to item into depth, right? And finally you need to return sum. So if you run that test case, right, so uh, it will pass. Let's take input const input is equal to, what was the input, this, right? So you can copy that one here and console dot log depth sum, pass that input. So that we need to print and 27, right? So this is logic, right? So you need to build your logic, right? So first of all, you need to understand what was the problem statement, right? Weightage sum nested length of depth multiplier, right? So let's say we have three array of nested array of three, right? So what was the multiplier of that, right? 1 into 1, and label 2 has a 4 into 2, right? Label 6 we had, right? So you need to make a concept of that, right? So depth some taker, because it will take depth of one, right? So initially you can take a one, right? And run a loop, right, in item, in again the travels from depth one, right, depth one. So yeah, like that, if you like run that test case, all your test case pass, right? So I have like written that thing. So I have cleared the first round, and the second round I already like write the answer, uh, because basically this is, they ask about the your css and html skill, right? So they scenario based question, just like that, create our responsive profile card, right? So they give you the create a response using the html css layout styling requirement, right? So they give you the requirement like html style must be contain, right? And contain div and class card and image tag profile, right? h2 tag username, this kind of scenario they give, right? Apply. So this is very simple question, but you need to understand the basic logic, you need to understand, right? Ensure the card responsive width the should be 90% smaller skin of 30 pixels in the level. They ask about the responsive design also, right? Like that, that is a structure, right? You need to make a profile and John Dew and front end developer, right? So here you can see, I have created one card, right? And image, I give profile picture, right? And tag as to tag a front end developer. And social, here we pass the three link for this, right? And css, the thing is display flex, display can turn center, we need to show center. And view height margin and card, you need to set center align with his 90%, max with 30 pixel, right? That is a requirement of the card, in the above you can see right here. So you need to pass this kind of like requirement and social, right? Margin top transition, right? So that's it, right? If you like, there is two, first round it will take a assessment round, right? If you like correctly write all the test cases, all the thing, so second round it will help, right? In the second round it will also a technical round. So in that round they ask about So after the 2 days, they like assign me the technical round in the 12th February, the the test link hacker link, right? So in 14th February they took my interview of the second round, technical round, right? So I show you the for first of all, here we have set of question. So I explain you that just copy and paste in here compiler. So I easy to explain you, right? So what happened, we have const object and here we declare 40 and call this function, right? So and here unbound x and get x, right? And unbound x object, right? So what happened, they have like get x, right? Get x and object, if you call this, right, unbound x, so you not, because of this dot get 40 value, but it does not return anything get x, right? So if you generally call of this unbound x, so here you got undefined. Mm, right. And what happened here, you bound that unbound x value object, right? So in that line here you get 40, right? Just run, because of the global presence and also the use case of the bind, right? It will bind the that object value, right? If you run that, so you can see the undefined and 40, right? So that is a simple concept you need to understand. And the second question they ask about this, right? So what was the instance of array, right? Instance of array is array, right? So it will return true. Instance of array, right, object, so it will also return true, because array also a object, right? And here array does not like number, right? Number is not a return of array, so it will give you false, right? Just run that thing, right? True, true and false, right? Mm. And go to the third question. This is some little bit tricky question, so I explain you here. So what have in logically is empty, right? If you print index of, because index of 0 is 1 and index of is empty, so it will print as a undefined empty, right? Empty array. So let's say, yeah, undefined. And fourth question, let's go for the fourth question. So we have outer function, this is most asked question in the interview, right? They like multiple times they ask about this question, right? So I explain you the scenario also, right? So here you can see we have outer param and inner param, right? So here you can see the outer param. So outer param, right? So here you can see the outer param, here inner function, inner param, right? So here they assign num is equal to 1, right? So for that, uh, in this line it will like directly print that value, right? 1. And in the answer thing, right? Answer, what was example of that, example of to pass, right? So it will not return anything, right? So it will print as undefined. And here, for example, right, our function outer num, right? So it will pass a function of inner object, inner inner function, right? Function object. Let's run. Hmm? You can see one, right, and undefined and function of inner function, because in the first case it will take that constant directly, right, for that num, right? And if you run the answer, what was the answer? Example of 2, right? Example, what was the example? Num outer function, right? Outer function is value is 1, but it not return anything, right? If you return anything, in that case it will print as a 2, right? But if not return any, right, the interviewer, what was they did that, they simply remove this line, right? Then they ask, right? So in that case, if you not return anything, right, outer param, so it will take as a undefined inner function, right? And for the example, and they so outer function a inner function they as print, right? So that the trick, right? So and also they ask about how you fix that issue, right? So you need to pass the return of the outer param, right? So you need to understand the flow and trick and concept. So I explain you the all the possible way, right? uh, so you need to like uh, so you need to prepare before appearing the interview, and I explain the line by line and JavaScript, all the trick and tips and tricks, right? So you need to follow that all the videos concept and how I, and also you need to practice every day, right? Because if you like miss anything, right? So because JavaScript has vast syllabus, right, there is a lot of thing you need to learn. So Grace, if regularly if you prepare like 5 to 6 question, right? So so you get the confidence in the interview. And if you follow my all the videos, right? So mostly chance you will like you will get succeed, because I put the real time interview question, right? Not a random question. So it will really ask in the interview. So what the this, right? Let array, that is little bit tricky. I explain you also. So here you can see there is 1 and 2, right? Let array, right? Let function what was there? That is a block scope, right? Test array, right? Test array, right? So what they did previously, it is 1 and 2, right? What they did, they replaced that value. So the answer would be array of 1, 2, and 3. So most of the people are confused, right? So that is a assessment error or something, because you already assign that value and again you assigning, right? So you can see 1 and 2 and 3, right? So that is a little bit tricky. So you need to understand that point. And so they ask 6 question. They ask what was the form of the how you use, right? Array form, right? So array form nothing but the method of creating new shallow copy of the instance of array, right? Likely attributable object. It is useful the converting the other structure like node list, right? A string set into the array. So you can provide mapping function second argument as array of form, right? So you can see here that use case of that. Let's say we have a string of hello, right? So here you can see the string of hello console uh, array form. So it will print right? Form of that hello, right? Inverted comma. So similarly, there is use case of the array form, right? They ask about the some example also. So you need to like you need to understand that point also. You can tell that the thing, right? And seven question they ask about the like a little bit some like coding practices question, right? So so this is nothing but some you need to rotate that array, right? Rotate an array by the count, right? So I explain you what was the meaning is that. So d mon- d means what? So d means d is equal to 2, right? 0 1 and 2, right? So that point as a d, right? 3. So output would be 3 4 and 5, right? 3 4 5 and 6, right? And again rotate 1 and 2. So d means this, right? 0 and 2 and 3. So 0 and 2, right? So out you need to make output like this, right? So I explain you how you write that thing. So this is basically a tricky question. You need to understand how you rotate the array, right? So let's say we make a function rotate. So here you need to pass array and d. So let make a constant n is equal to array dot le length. So there is one more case you need to remember. So let's say d whatever d you pass, right? So in that case, so let's say in in case of if d is equal to greater than n, right? So in that case take d. So that is non-negative number, right? So you need to pass, otherwise it will give you the exception, right? Const rotate make of rotate array dot slice. So slice method you need to use date and again concate. After the slicing you need to concate, also concate, and pass array dot slice, pass index 0 and d, right? And return rotated, right? So this method you need to make, right? So let's go here, copy this one, make constant arr const d is equal to 2, right? Array. So make a result final, rotate left, right? So here the rotate left and pass that array and count D. Also you directly like pass the DLU is equal to 2, but that is fine, no problem. And console dot log, pass that result. Let's check what was the output. Right? It will rotate 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 1 and 2. Right? So that's the logic behind that. So you need to check like with the length, and after that you need to check on the that is a positive number, right? Rotate the you need to use the slice, and after the slice you need to concate and pass that return, right? So similar output you need to 3, 4, 5, 6 and 2 and 1, right? 3, 4, 5, 6 and 2 and 1, right? So that the thing. And 8 question they ask about this, right? So this is also very important question they ask, right? What was the num and one and push, right? So num and push, right? So new list, what would to be the new list, right? So it will going to be like some number, right? So if you like pass anything inside the number, right? So what happened, it will give you the type reference error, right? What because you can see, right? Because you can see number, it will like convert into the number, right? So if you pass anything, so type error you get, right? So you can see the type reference function, right? Type error, right? So it will give you the type error. So how you correct that one? So instead of this, right, uh here you what you do that one, right? Pass here new list and that post, right? A console that 3, right? And copy this new list. So in that case it will not give any error, right? 3, 1, because it will go into 1 and 2, and after that you push a new thing 3, right? So so you need to know how you correct that thing, right? Previously it was wrong because in the number you don't like, in number you do not push anything, right? Array, right? So that's it for the 8 question. 9 question is the simplest question, 9 and 10. So right, so what was that, that simply they test your like how you push that array, right? So here you can also, instead of making this kind of thing, you directly sell a copy, right? Spread operator you can use also. So let's say this question, what was that, 8 greater than 5, right? It will return true, right? True greater than 2, it is false, right? It will give you false, false, run, right? And in that case what happened, right? 19 greater than 1, that is true, right? 2 is greater than 9, that is false, right? Sorry, it will fall, first one false and second one true, right? Because 2 that is false, right? False, what was the false? case, right, it will return true. So that is a simple question. It will return 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, right? If you want, so I can run that one also. What was the error? Let 1, 3, or 4, right? That is the simplest question. So instead of this, like pushing the thing, right? Uh, if you use that spread operator, mm, so it will directly copy, right? That one. Uh, Now going to 11 question. So 11 question they ask about, they give the error, and they you need to remove two, right? So you need to make a function like JavaScript compiler. So you need to make a function for that. I tell you how you make. So what was the problem statement? Just copy that one. So there is multiple way you can use slice anything, right? Slice and pass the index, right? And if you want to use some, you can use filter also. I make you the use of the filter, right? Filter array, right? Array dot filter and item arrow function item not equal to equal to value remove, right? This is a simple way you can do, and you can use slice also. I tell you, and console. mm, mm, right. So there is multiple way you can also use the reduce, but this is a simpler way, right? So if you want to use some other method, you can use slice pass 0 and 1 array and 1. mm, okay, what was the error? Okay, 1, right? So it will give you the 1 if you want. But the problem statement they ask about the remove the, there's multiple way, but I can remember one thing. You can do that filter, right? If they want to remove only this one, right? If they want to show me the array, right, to like that, right? So you can use 1 and 2, right? So like that you can till. Okay, yeah. So, and also in the Angular point of view, because that is recruit for the Angular profile, they ask about what was the standalone component, why they important, right? So explain the lazy loading. That I already explained my previous video, so you can directly follow that one, right? How it does the single API, like signal API work in the Angular 70, that is fine, right? Inspired by the solid.js, right? um, and this injection, and when you use services DIE, this already I have explained my previous video, right? So you can follow that. So I can explain you something like, yeah. So based on that comment on my video, I read out the comment, right? In that video. So in that video, someone asked about also provide the download for the question list, right? So what? So today I'm going to post the thing also, right? So let's what in my website, right? So what was the my website link? If you go to my page, I can provide you the link also, but I'm not push yet. So I today I push. So locally I made changes. So I need to push that changes into my website. So today I try to like push that changes. So that is actually you need to see the view, right? It will desktop website, right? So like who like use that mobile, so try to use the desktop or tablet, right? So for the better view, because I'm not make a this website the responsive, you can connect with me. So you can see here, if you go here, right? uh, so here in that button I put my all the video link, a video, right? And download content, right? Just like that, if you click here, right? So you can see I give you the question list also, right? You can, if you not like you don't have time, right? So you can directly download, uh, uh, and if you want to detail explanation, so you go through my video. Otherwise you can copy, because I here I explain you the line by line all the concept, like explain, right? You can directly download all the content. So you need to visit my website first of all, right? So I make a website, so you can utilize that website for various purpose, right? So it is basically was for the who's free of cost, who's the preparing for the government examination, right? So I put previous year question, all the quizzes you can give all this thing, right? So you can utilize that website, and if you have doubt, so you can. And also I add one thing more. I I got more like more of the query, right? So like someone, sir, please may please provide some resume, like building website, right? So I visit, so I found the for the very hard to write, some like student I meet, right? Say don't have though, some website ask me about 1,000 rupees, 300, 400 rupees for the simple resume builder, right? So what I did, I also introduced, right? You can create a professional resume using this, right? So I tell you here, right? So you need to put your name, all these things, right? So I take a simple resume, let's say, any data you can fill, just like that. I filling my name, mm, And LinkedIn number randomly I put anything Neeraj 3636. Location let's say Noida. Anything number here, right? In profile section let's say uh, Angular front end. One second, I copy paste like some content so that is easy for you. Let's say resume for 6 year front resume, not actually content, right? Content description. I can ask descript. So let's copy paste this description. Anything for now I paste. Uh, right. So here you can paste your photos. Mm, let's any photo. For now I upload anything, right? You can paste your photos. And here like btech, I did btech, so you can make a btech. For CSC, right? Here you need to put just like I have graduated from Galgotia. Yes, right. So you can put 2019 I pass out. His score is 9.9% GPA. You can add your education like 12th. 12th you can put an SDN college in 2024. I pass out with 78%. 10th BG college 2022. Like I pass out with 90%. Right here you can put an experience. You can put that like 30 CS. What was that? Front end engineer and company name as like that. I simply I for example I right. So 2023 where you left 2024 front end engineer, right? Copy. You can add simply thing, right? Front end engineer Infosys and 2020 2024 same system engineer. Anything you can put, right? Right. Similarly, you can add SEL and you can remove this thing. Right. A skill like I have Angular. You can add multiple skill React, JS, Java, CSS, HTML, AWS, Azure. Multiple thing you can do. Right here, you can add this thing, and after the interest you can make traveling, right, and do download, right. So you can say simple within 5 minutes you can make a resume for free, right. So follow my website for that, right. You can see, right. how beautiful your resume, right? So basic thing, your profile, all the thing is created, right? You can add, right? First of all, description is large, right? So 1 second, I remove some of the description. Mm, I think I put like uh, maximum size. I think 1 second. Mm, I think I put a lot of description. You can remove that lot of description. You can add some uh, little description. Mm, this may download. Mm, right. I think I put a lot of like bigger size, so that is the issue. I need to make some max condition, right? Okay, you can see how look beautiful, right? Your name, all this thing, right? Whatever, Noida, all this thing, and number, all this thing, email ID, right? So your experience, skill, interest, right? So it is your within 5 minutes your resume is created, right? Free of the cost. So you can utilize for your experience, like you can add multiple skill, add all this thing, right? So you can use that thing, like that is completely free of the cost, right? So you can use, so that's it for guys. So please like and subscribe that my channel. If you want to download all the content, so you can visit my website. I provide you the website link also, right? In my comment section I provide you, don't worry. So, and also if you go to in my channel, right, I show you can find my website link here directly also. So yeah, so yeah, chanakya.com, right? If you, so today I post that all these changes, right? So you can got the latest one, right? That is my website for now, right? So today I post that resume thing, and that resume builder thing, and that uh, my content, right? So recently I added because a lot of student want that content to be downloaded from, right? So I make that changes in my website. So, so for you guys, so that is completely free. uh, so I post the today changes, no problem. So please like and subscribe my channel, guys, and please do like share my video, right? So yeah, thanks everyone.